What is up, homies? Today we are going to take a look at the FISHPRO 1080 DVR underwater camera. I bought this with my own money on Amazon.com, and so far I really like it. Let's take a look. Alright, check it out. We got a very simple packaging. Nothing too much to it. Their little model, fish easily, fish more, by FISHPRO. Here's the model number. This is their 1080 version. This is also the DVR version. So this was $289. I paid for this. I did not get this for free. I'm probably the only YouTuber that didn't get this for free. I actually saw all these other YouTubers. I wanted to buy an underwater camera, so I started doing some research. And, I saw this one and decided to, just bite the bullet and buy it. But put the underwater world in your palm. Let you fish easily, fish more. Yeah, the only thing I ever get sent on my channel is like YoYos, 3D printers, stuff like that. I mean, I haven't got a 3D printer in forever, but I get a lot, electric skateboards, stuff like that. But yeah, I've never get fishing stuff sent to me. So any fishing companies out there, you want to send me anything? So this is a 100% honest review. So this cost me $289. Then I bought the 3-year warranty, which was $35 on Amazon. But that's pretty cool. It covers water, like I could literally smash it and I could get a free one. Then also I bought the tripod, which was $50. I'll show you guys the tripod too, and that makes it so much easier to just position it and everything. I've used a different underwater camera without a positioner, and it was a nightmare to try to get it to face your bait. I mean, it was just like it was a nightmare, absolute nightmare. So this, very excited about this. Sorry, I already have dog hair all over this. My buddy Oliver, that's my puppy. He's not really a puppy, but my doggy, he likes to get hair on everything. So here, first things first, is the actual unit itself. And it has, a little jack to put it on a tripod there. The cord, reel, whatever you want to call this, is actually magnetic to this. So it just, is solid. So you can have this also mounted to your tripod. And then right there, and that is how the tripod that they make. You mount this part, and then you could, if you wanted to, put this directly on there and then position it a little differently. But first, let's get into what other crap comes in here. And this is a nice case. It's very keep it well protected. There's a little promo for FISHPRO saying that they, sponsored some things, and then if your school or program wants to be sponsored or something, you can reach out to them. And FISHPRO, have you seen this? Send me some of your other models. That'd be cool. Yeah, once again, I paid for this, so it looks like you can get a video guide on how to do everything, but this should be pretty simple. I'm gonna go through everything with you, but I'm not too worried about it. Basically, how to record, how to do this, how to do that. Lots of pictures. The instruction book looks really good. Also has links to their Facebook, their Instagram, all that good stuff. Yeah. Cool. Alright, so very good instructions. And then in here we also got a cleaning cloth, microfiber. Just blank, doesn't say anything on it or anything, but nice touch. We got some little clips to hang these weights on it, and the weights are to help it, drop to the bottom and stabilize. Especially if you're fishing somewhere with current, this is what the camera is going to go in. And what I'm going to do is once I put it in here, I'm going to position it. Then I'm going to put a marker on the back of this side and the top so I can keep it always positioned with like a paint pen. I'll show you guys that in a little bit. But yeah, let's open up this thing and get right into it. Okay, so first, we just hit the little FISHPRO. I think that's how you turn it on. Yep, bada bing, bada boom. Super bright. Holy crap. Okay, and obviously we just got a blue screen because we don't have the camera plugged in. So the camera, it's a little jack like this. I believe it's on this side. Yep. Just plug it in right there. And then it's got not micro USB, USB-C to charge it. And this is supposed to have 12 hours of battery life. It's a 10 milliamp hour battery, so very strong battery. You see, there's me. That's my TV. But here's what I mean, like if you turn it the which way. So there's no way to know where you're supposed to have it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get it where I want, where it will be perfectly, straight like that. Put a mark on the top with a paint pen, and then from there, something like one of these paint pens, And then also do that on the little thing it slides into, which is over here. Yeah, so I believe this is how it slides into for when you're actually fishing. Does it go this way or this way? I think it goes this way. Oh, you probably go from the back, yeah. That's how you do it. Duh. Okay, and then from there, I can spin it. Then I'm just going to take the paint pen and put it there. Then I know for future reference. But you know, let's get into the menu, see what we got here. So we got different OK, mode, menu, LED, IR. So that's if you're, depending on how deep you are fishing and what you're fishing for. You can turn it, there's the infrared, the black light type light. Off. LED, infrared. Cool. So, you know, all the different light modes. That's really, really nice. Also, too, if we hit here in the menu, we can go through something. So here, if I go there, that will format the SD card. And then we use these arrow keys just to go up and down. We can change the language. Let's see, how many languages do we got? So quite a few different languages. Obviously, we're going to leave it on English, because that's the only language I speak. If you mess up the settings, you can go to default settings, fix everything. Here's your date and time. I already have it set. Oops, accidentally turned that up. 2025, there we go. All right. Oops. Brightness, contrast, saturation. Chromiance, flip screen. If you're upside down when you don't want to reel it back in, you could just flip the screen. You know, make it, you know, upside down, flipped or whatever. Mode, not sure what that is. Oh, video or photo. So if you just want to take pictures, here we are in video mode. So when we hit OK, it'll start recording, and as you can see, it counts, and it's just going to keep counting. Looks like to go back into the menu, you have to stop the recording. Everything is just one click. I like how you don't have to hold any buttons down. Loop, okay, date stamp. So if you want to turn off the date stamp, you don't want it on there, you can turn it on and off. I watched several reviews and people said you could not turn it on and off. I'm gonna turn it off because I don't always need it. For the videos I'm gonna make, I don't really want it. And then loop recording is when you're filming on this, it's gonna record in either 2-minute segments, 5-minute segments, or 20-minute segments. Now, that's just how it's going to break up the files. So it's not going to stop recording until you hit stop, you know, or anything like that. So I'm going to leave it on the max on 10. And, you know, then if I'm filming over 10 minutes, it'll just all be broken up into 10-minute clips. Now, I believe it saves an AVI format, which a lot of people, that might be a bad thing. I think my editing software, I can do AVI. I have Sony Vegas, but you know, if not, that's going to be a total bummer. All right, so here's the box for the tripod. Very, very basic. Now this will make it much easier to set up the camera and get it all focused out, panned out, aimed at your bait and everything. Okay, we got a microfiber bag. That's pretty cool. Very nice quality. And this is all solid metal. I was expecting this to be plastic. This is all aluminum. This is all metal. Here's our remote. We can turn it clockwise, turn it anti-clockwise. It takes a CR32 battery, I believe. Here we can adjust the angle, really, with any angle we want. This screws onto there. Does it come with any charge on it? You can turn it on, and you can manually rotate it too. Rotate your camera, if you know. And then this is what spins. So you put the cord through there, and then this will spin, and then that way you'll be able to, you know, really dial it in. See what kind of batteries this takes. I believe probably just unscrew these. Okay, and it looks like it takes 2 AA's. I got rechargeable AA's, so I'll just use those, and that way, you know, I don't know if this thing will eat through batteries, but if it does, I can just keep charging them. I got a bunch of rechargeable AA's. So we're gonna throw some batteries in there. And then you just screw that part onto this part of your FISHPRO camera or whatever camera. And then this it screws into right there. Come on. We thread that on there. And then with this, we can adjust the angle we want it to be at, put it wherever we want. And then the camera is actually magnetic, so I can just, put it right on there. And then from there, we can open it up and have it ready to go from there. And see this will turn. So you thread the wire through there, and then you're able to adjust it with either the remote or the buttons on it. Very, very cool. We are starting off here with just all the stock color settings, the contrast, the brightness, the chrominess, everything right at 50. And right away I was seeing perch, bluegill, sunfish just swim right up to the camera. They were not scared of it whatsoever. And this is just right on the bottom. Basically, I just put it on the bottom, faced where I thought I could put it in front of my bait, and right away I was seeing fish. All sorts of different species. Here I even had a pike swim up right against my worm. Now here I had a pretty nice sized perch. Grab it, and I got this. Was my first good catch I got on camera. Here's a picture of it. Now I'm going to change the color settings, and we're going to go right back to it. Now this was after literally 5 minutes of tweaking the settings. I bet I could get it better, but already I think the colors look better. The fish are easier to see. I also switched to a jig here, which, I was getting more fish to come to it, but I was getting way more bait stolen. It was just, this hook was a lot harder than just the old hook on the split shot. That being said, I was still able to get some really, really cool footage here. So I would recommend changing the settings and playing around with them based on your water clarity and everything else. But I am really, really impressed. Like, look at that. Just looks so sick. Being able to capture moments like this, I'm really, really digging this camera. Awesome. I just got it hanging off the end of the pier, so it's a little hard to pan it because it's getting rubbed on there. If it's straight down, the panner will work a lot better. But I was able to catch that perch, see lots of fish down here, and I think this thing's freaking awesome.